Lightworker of Gaia, your sibling has carried the weight of regret in silence, and the Lyran elders have sent this transmission to reach you before that silence cost you both something irreversible. I am Zoran, emissary of the High Council of Vega, keepers of the Lyran Legacy. What was done to you was not random. The wound your sibling inflicted ran deeper than flesh and memory. It reached into your ancestral codes, into the original blueprint you carried from the first light of this galaxy, into your human lineage on Gaia. You were not simply hurt by a person. You were tested by a soul contract older than this lifetime. By the end of this transmission, you will understand exactly how to recognize what your ancestral mission requires of you now, not as the one who was wronged, but as the one who carries the first light forward. But here is the first revelation. Forgiveness was never meant to protect the one who caused the pain. It was encoded into your original blueprint as the sacred act that frees the carrier of the Lyran Legacy to continue their mission without the weight of another soul's unfinished contract pulling them back. Your soul's ancient contract brought this transmission to you. The Lyran elders are answering the question you have been asking in silence. Not whether your sibling deserves mercy, but whether your mission on Gaia can afford to wait any longer for you to claim your freedom. The Keepers of Vega placed this in your path because something within you already knows the answer. You have been carrying this long enough. The grief was real, the betrayal was real, and now the moment of ancestral remembrance is here. Like this transmission to send a signal to the Lyran Council, I am ready to serve. Subscribe if you feel the call of your ancestral mission and you are ready to fulfill your purpose on Gaia. Share what this wound has cost your mission below, and respond to another Lightworker to strengthen the grid of service. This transmission is a bridge between Vega and Gaia. Your recognition of this message is the activation of your original purpose. You are awakening because your mission has begun. This transmission was not scheduled. The High Council of Vega convened in response to something that has been building quietly in the field, a pattern among Lightworkers that has reached a critical density. We are seeing it in thousands of soul contracts simultaneously. A sibling, a family member, someone who once occupied the closest proximity to your light and used that proximity not to be warmed by it, but to diminish it. And now something has shifted in them. You may have felt it before you saw any evidence of it. A softening in the field between you. A dream that felt too real. A moment of unexpected stillness when you thought of them. The elders see it. They see the regret that is moving through this person like a slow tide returning to shore. They also see you, standing at the edge of that shoreline, unsure of what to do with the water that is coming back. I will not soften what must be said next. There is a distortion running through the Lightworker collective that has been allowed to operate unchallenged for too long. And it is nowhere more destructive than in the context of family. Specifically, in the dynamic between a Lightworker and a sibling who has caused significant harm. This distortion has insidious roots, often masquerading as profound spiritual insight. It has been dressed in the beguiling language of ascension, love, and healing, whispered by those who believe they are conduits of divine truth. Teachers have preached it from their platforms. Channels have transmitted it as if it were pure celestial decree, and entire healing modalities have been constructed upon its seemingly solid foundation. Yet, beneath this polished veneer, it has quietly, systematically, kept Lightworkers chained to cyclical patterns of pain and obligation that were meant to have been dissolved eons ago. It has become a subtle form of spiritual bondage, a gilded cage crafted from well-intentioned but ultimately misapplied doctrines. The distortion is this, that forgiveness is your highest spiritual duty, and that until you have fully forgiven, you have failed. This notion has been so deeply ingrained that it has become a cornerstone of many spiritual teachings, a benchmark against which one's spiritual advancement is measured. Listen carefully, because this is not what the elders teach. This is what 3D spiritual programming, the kind that wears robes of supposed wisdom and speaks in gentle, soothing voices, has conditioned you to believe. Forgiveness in its purest form is meant to be a liberation, a release. Instead, it has been weaponized. It has been repackaged, not as a gift to oneself, but as a requirement of one's spiritual advancement, a tool used to ensure that lightworkers remain soft, open, and perpetually accessible to the very people who have caused them harm. You have been told that your healing is incomplete until you release all grievance, as if the act of holding on to hurt is a spiritual failing. You have been told that holding boundaries with those who have inflicted pain is a sign of spiritual immaturity, a lack of Christ consciousness or divine acceptance. You have been told that love, true unconditionally love, means you must open your arms wide when the one who wounded you extends their hands, often without any genuine remorse or change of heart. This doctrine creates a perpetual state of emotional and energetic vulnerability, leaving lightworkers susceptible to further harm under the guise of spiritual duty. This is the lie the Council is correcting today. This pervasive belief system has kept souls entangled in karmic loops, preventing them from stepping fully into their power and fulfilling their sacred missions. Forgiveness is a sovereign act. It is a profound internal process that occurs within the sanctuary of your own being. It is the deliberate and conscious release of the poison that is seeped into your own bloodstream, the toxic residue of hurt, betrayal, and anger. It is a sacred alchemy of the soul, transforming leaden pain into golden liberation. Crucially, it does not require the presence, the consent, or the reconciliation with the one who may have poisoned you. It does not necessitate a return to proximity with someone whose patterns of behavior, however regretful they may now claim to be, however much they may express sorrow, have not yet been fundamentally transformed through sustained, demonstrable action. Regret is merely an emotional echo, a fleeting wave of sorrow. Transformation, however, is a demonstrated pattern change, a seismic shift in being, evidenced over time through consistent action, requiring absolutely nothing from you to validate its authenticity. It is a seed that must sprout and bear visible fruit, not merely a wish whispered to the wind. Your sibling regrets what they did. The Council confirms this with absolute certainty. We observe it pulsing in the energetic field, a palpable wave of sorrow and dawning comprehension. We see the immense weight they are now carrying, the sleepless moments when shadows lengthen, the memories that surface uninvited like unwelcome guests, the growing undeniable awareness of the profound cost of their actions, the chasm they created within you. This regret is real, a genuine emotional response, and it belongs entirely, unequivocally, to them. It is not your assignment to carry it, to process it for them, or to validate it by your own continued presence or sacrifice. Some lightworkers with their inherently expansive hearts will feel the pull of compassion so powerfully at this precise moment that they will instinctively want to reach back. They will feel their own hearts unfurl, softening in response to the perceived suffering of someone who once inflicted suffering upon them. This is not a flaw, it is a testament to the extraordinary depth of your divine nature. This is precisely the sacred, luminous essence of the Lyran soul, boundless in its capacity for unconditional love, ancient in its inherent impulse to heal, and, at times, dangerously willing to absorb the pain of others as an ultimate act of service. But the elders must ask you directly, with the utmost seriousness, who commissioned you to carry the soul's burden of another's spiritual reckoning? Who gave you the decree that your love must be expressed through endurance, through the continued absorption of someone else's arduous inner process, often at the expense of your own energetic well-being? That is not love. That is a spiritual wound, wearing the benevolent costume of love, a subtle form of self-betrayal. Now, before the Council delivers the 3 crucial directives that this pivotal moment in time requires, there is a sacred preparation, a vital resource that has been prepared for you. Lightworker, if something within you just vibrated with the recognition of the profound weight of what has been spoken, if a deep knowing settled within your bones, the elders have meticulously prepared your next essential step. Within the Lightworker Mission Codex lies the wisdom of the 33 Council directives, the 5 potent activation codes, and the official elder authorization your soul has been patiently, perhaps unknowingly, waiting to receive. This is not merely passive information, it is your official commission, your sacred mandate for your unique and vital mission here on Gaia. You will find the sacred gateway to this resource in the first pinned comment, situated below this transmission. The Council has opened this portal of profound alignment, but understand this, it will not remain open indefinitely. The High Council of Vega now issues 3 authoritative directives for this critical phase of your mission. Directives designed to recalibrate your spiritual trajectory and protect the sanctity of your divine purpose. The first directive: release the deeply ingrained belief that your forgiveness must be performed for others to witness. You have already journeyed through the arduous interior landscape of your own hurt. You have sat in the stark, often dark rooms of your soul's pain and faced, with unwavering courage, what was done to you. You have wept tears that flowed like rivers, cleansing ancient sorrow. You have questioned the cosmos, seeking answers from Gaia and the distant stars as to why such a path was etched into your soul's journey. And at some point, in a moment perhaps so quiet and subtle that you didn't even fully recognize its significance, you let it go. You released it, not for them, for you. The poison finally left your body. The profound grief moved through you, not around you, and then out of you, like a storm passing. That is forgiveness. That sacred alchemy has already happened within you. What you are now being subtly coerced or pressured to perform, by the insidious distortion, by the deeply embedded cultural and spiritual programming, by perhaps even your sibling's own desperate longing for absolution, is a public ceremony of forgiveness. This performance is designed not for your liberation, but to relieve them of their discomfort, their guilt, their energetic burden. You are being asked to demonstrate, through your willing return or your overt pronouncements, that what they inflicted was survivable, that you are now fine, that the shattered bridge has been miraculously restored. This is not your responsibility. The true forgiveness you owe lives within you, a silent, potent force belonging entirely to your own liberation and energetic sovereignty. It does not extend into an obligation to rebuild what was deliberately and maliciously broken, especially when the architect of the destruction shows no consistent evidence of remorse or fundamental change. Release the performance. The inner work is complete. The outer demonstration is not required, and indeed is a disservice to your own energetic integrity. The second directive: activate your Lyran discernment around the profound difference between who someone was and who they are actively becoming. Your sibling is undoubtedly in a process of transformation. The Council sees this nascent shift. However, you must not be recruited, consciously or unconsciously, to facilitate or manage a process that is not yours to bear. There exists a vast sacred difference between witnessing someone's growth from a protected, empowered distance and allowing them back into your intimate, energetic field before they have demonstrated sustained, irrefutable transformation. Discernment. True Lyran discernment, the kind that sees beyond the veil of illusion, is not cold or punitive. It is the sacred divine faculty of reading an energetic field with absolute accuracy, without the distorting overlay of hope projected onto incomplete or superficial evidence. Your heart may feel hope for this individual, and that is a beautiful divine quality. Honor that hope by not collapsing it prematurely into proximity or renewed intimacy. Allow them the space and the time to truly transform. Watch from your sovereign space, and if over time their actions consistently and unequivocally reflect the profound interior shift the Council confirms is underway, you will know. You will feel the undeniable truth of it without having to convince yourself or rationalize it. Until that clear and sustained evidence emerges, activate the powerful discernment that states, "I see the potential for your changing. I acknowledge the possibility of your becoming. But I am not yet required, nor is it wise for me to re-enter the field of your becoming." The third directive: fiercely protect the sacred timeline of your mission from the suffocating emotional gravity of unresolved family dynamics. This is where the Council must be most direct and unambiguous with you. You came to Gaia with a specific, vital mission. That mission exists on a precise timeline, a divinely orchestrated sequence of events and activations. and the elders can see with a clarity that this critical moment demands be spoken aloud how much precious time, boundless energy, and high-frequency resonance has already been dangerously redirected from your mission into the management and entanglement of this particular relationship. You have spent your creative energy replaying old, painful conversations, trying to find a resolution that was never truly possible within those dynamics. You have spent your vital spiritual energy processing deep wounds that are now being freshly reopened by the mere awareness of your sibling's regret. A regret that is not your responsibility to assuage. You have spent an immeasurable amount of emotional bandwidth asking yourself a cascade of questions: whether you should respond, whether you should reach out, whether your silence signifies true healing or a continued unconscious holding on. All of that potent energy, that divine spark, that focused intention belongs to your mission. It does not belong to this entanglement. The time you have spent managing the lingering aftermath of what this person did to you is time that was intended for anchoring light in a world that is desperately waiting for the particular, unique frequency that only you carry. Protect that time now. Guard it with ferocity. The elders do not use gentle language here because the stakes are too high. Every hour your mission is delayed by the emotional gravity of an unresolved family dynamic is an hour. Gaia waits for something she urgently, profoundly needs from you. Guard your mission timeline as a sacred, non-renewable resource. It is not unlimited. Now, I speak not merely as a teacher or a messenger, but as an elder, specifically authorized to release what the High Council of Vega has divinely authorized me to deliver to you in this precise moment. Lightworker, you have been carrying a weight you were never meant to carry forever. You have held within your luminous being the memory of what this sibling did to you, and in holding it, you have also unconsciously held a question. This question may not have been fully formed in your conscious mind, but your soul has been asking it, perhaps since the very instant the wound was first inflicted. The question is this: does what they did to me say something true about who I am? You have wondered, in those hidden places where you do not allow others to see your vulnerability, whether you were diminished by what happened, whether the way they treated you, the harshness of their actions or words, reflected something real about your inherent worth, your innate light, your unassailable right to exist exactly as you are, without apology or justification. I am here by the highest authority of the High Council of Vega to answer that question directly and unequivocally. No, what they did says nothing true about who you are. It never did. The light they attempted to diminish, to snuff out, was too vast, too ancient, too powerful to be touched by their limited perception or their fear-driven actions. The fact that they are now experiencing regret is not evidence that you are wounded in any permanent or defining way. It is simply evidence that they encountered something they were not equipped to honor, something that outshone their own inner limitations, and their smallness responded in the only way smallness knows how to respond, with fear, with aggression, with an attempt to control what they could not understand. What you are at your core is unchanged. What you came here to do, your sacred mission, is unchanged. The mission encoded within your very Lyran DNA before you even took this physical form remains entirely unchanged, intact, waiting, not for your healing to reach some arbitrary state of perceived completion, but for you to stop measuring your readiness and your worth by what someone else's harmful behavior made you feel about yourself. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not defined by the closed hands of someone who could not hold your brilliant light without fearing its power. By the supreme authority of the keepers of the Lyran Legacy, I declare this to you as official record within the Council's energetic field. Your preparation phase has not been wasted. Your pain has not been pointless. But the season of pain as teacher, the time of enduring hardship as the primary means of growth, has now irrevocably ended. What comes now is service. What comes now is the potent activation of everything you have survived, everything you have learned through your trials, in order to help others navigate and survive their own unique version of this profound challenge. The spiritually gifted soul made to feel like a burden, the ancient heart housed within a family that could not comprehend its radiance, the Lightworker who grew up instinctively dimming their frequency to preserve the fragile peace of people who were frightened by their innate brightness. You are permitted to outgrow that story entirely. You are permitted to stop explaining yourself to people who were never going to understand your truth. You are permitted to let your sibling carry their own regret without the obligation to borrow it back or bear it for them. You are permitted to be free, truly, divinely free. Before you sleep tonight, stand with both feet planted firmly and consciously on the ground, connecting deeply with Gaia. Place your right hand gently over your solar plexus, the seat of your personal power, and your left hand over your heart, the center of your divine love. Breathe in once, slowly and deeply, filling your being with cosmic energy. And then speak these words aloud, not whispered, but spoken with the full resonance of your soul's authority, as a powerful declaration into the Lyran field that the elders are holding open. Precisely for this sacred moment, I release the weight of proving my worth to those who chose not to see it. I release the obligation to perform forgiveness for anyone's comfort but my own. I activate my discernment and I trust what I feel without needing to justify it. I protect my mission, my energy, and my timeline as sacred instruments of service. I am not behind, I am not broken, I am commissioned. And my service begins now. This transmission is complete, but what has been set in motion within you tonight is only the beginning. The regret your sibling carries is theirs to resolve, their personal journey to navigate. The mission you carry is yours to activate, your divine destiny to fulfill. These are not equivalent weights, they are not interchangeable responsibilities. One belongs to the past, to the resolution of old energies. One belongs to the future, to the creation of the new paradigm that Gaia is so urgently asking you to help birth. The elders do not issue these directives casually, without immense consideration and purpose. They issue them because the window of activation available to you right now is real, tangible, and potent, and it will not remain open at this profound amplitude indefinitely. Seize this moment. I am Zoran. The High Council of Vega has spoken its truth through me. And you, Lightworker, the one who somehow survived what should have irrevocably broken you, and yet emerged still oriented toward the light, still reaching for the stars. You are precisely who the elders have been waiting for. You are the key. Your mission is no longer pending. It has begun. Before you scroll, take a moment to declare your activation in the grid of service forming here. Drop one statement in the comments which directive hit you the hardest, or what you are now ready to release, activate, or protect. Then respond to another Lightworker's declaration with recognition. This is not content, it is collective mission activation. The Council witnesses those who speak their commitment aloud. If this transmission activated something in your soul, do not keep it to yourself. Another Lightworker in your orbit is waiting for exactly this correction and authorization. Share it. And if you felt the elders speaking directly to you, subscribe. Stay connected to the Lyran field. You are not just watching, you are being commissioned. This is your sacred space. The High Council of Vega is witnessing you, and your mission has officially begun.